The world's first A90 drift machine was revealed at Odaiba, unveiling the A90 Supra Monster Edition in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, open! This is it, the real deal! This gave me goosebumps! This is the GR Supra Monster Edition! There was a lot of pressure leading up to this, so I'm glad everything came together. This is the first ever drift for A90 Supra. This car is brand spanking new. Look at Daigo get crazy angles. He's got his foot to the floor. Look at that smoke! Wow, this thing looks great! We will take a look behind the scenes at how this was built. Let's ask Daigo about the building process. We were supposed to drift in a BMW E92 this year, but Toyota contacted us at the last minute and asked if we could use the A90 Supra instead. So we rushed to get the machine prepped and ready. It was a great opportunity for us because car makers never contact us, drifters. At the same time, it was a lot of pressure. We wanted our car to be as perfect as possible, so we threw in all our resources and got it to the shakedown stage in 42 days. We went with the 3.4-liter 800 horsepower 2JZ because we had such a short time span to complete the project. And the 2JZ has a good track record for being a reliable unit. We wanted to use the stock drivetrain parts, but we ended up using a quick change diff and Samson's 5-speed unit. No one had ever customized this car, so we had to gather our own data for its suspension. We scanned everything and compared it to existing cars. The rears were pretty similar to some BMWs, so it was a little easier to design parts. But this car has one-off HKS suspension all around. This car is so rigid, more rigid than GT86, that it was hard to drill through the panels. This is the most rigid Toyota I have ever driven. HKS Shizuoka Factory Dyno Test. They got the engine up to 800 horsepower. Fuji Speedway Shakedown. They built the car in time for the shakedown, which was in 42 days. D1 Odaiba stage. How does it feel? Dude, it's ready to go. Is it the best machine yet? It just might be. What about it is special in particular? The amount of love I have for it. It is a factory-sponsored car, dude. This is a dream for any young drifter. Everything is going according to plan so far. However, the testing was littered with trouble on that day. Friday's practice session. Peep the smoke from the engine bay. They decide to swap the engine in the pits. Let's ask what was going on at that moment. The engine was working perfectly right up to the day we needed it most. First, we had an issue with the injectors. And then, the power steering pump spewed oil everywhere. Then, we realized that there were metal shreds going into the engine. This was an oil pump issue for the dry sump system. We had to swap engine 3 times during the night. It was hailing and it was really cold. But the issues persisted. The engine was being flooded with oil due to the pump being useless. And the head cover blew, causing flames to come out of the front. It was a rather odd weekend. Saturday afternoon monster time. Daigo goes all out for the demonstration run. However, did you feel it coming? Not at all. It shot flames out of nowhere. The crew swaps out the engine yet again. Sunday, day of the actual D1 competition. The engine burned up, but the body remained intact. They thought they were good to go this time. But that smoke be telling a different story. The dry sump kit just didn't cooperate with them this time. What happened? We don't know. Get that thing off of me. There's so much oil inside the cylinders. There must be a crack in the block or something. Let's ask Daigo what he learned from Odaiba. We were able to get one run out of the car, but I wasn't able to push the car anywhere near its limits. I could feel that the car had a lot more to give. The wheelbase is really short, but the suspension helps keep the car stable throughout. It grips pretty well when you want it to. And despite its monstrous power, it's really easy to drive. It's already really good to drive. But I think if we really nail everything about the setup, we will have the best car in the pack. The story of Daigo and Supra has just begun. We can't take our eyes off of Daigo at this season.